All right, year nine, welcome to a new lesson. Okay, so for this one, we are learning about how to expand the difference of perfect squares. Okay, so what I want you to do for the APK today, so think about what it means by difference of perfect squares. Okay, and then if you want to give it a go, you can also have a look at the image and think about how would the image have anything to do with the difference of perfect squares. Okay, so have a think about it for about maybe 30 seconds. Put in chat what you think it means. Okay, I guess the focus is on the word difference. Okay, think about what the word difference mean in math. Okay, what does difference means? What does difference mean in math? We are going to move on about 10 seconds. We got an answer here to subtract. Good job. Yes, difference does mean subtract. Subtraction. Yep. So what would difference of perfect squares mean? Okay, so that's what we're going to learn next. Right. So new lesson, so new page or a new Word document for anyone who's working on the laptop. So we are still working at level 9 and we are still working on exercise 8b here. Okay, so basically we got the rules. Okay, we got two rules here for expanding the difference of perfect squares. So the first one you can see there is if you got a plus b in brackets multiplied by a minus b, you would get a squared minus b squared. And that would explain why we call it difference of perfect squares, right? Because you got a squared subtract b squared. Okay, you got two perfect squares and they subtract each other. Okay, so whenever you see a plus b multiplied by a minus b, you get a squared minus b squared. And also if you see a minus b multiplied by a plus b, you would also have a squared plus b squared as well. Okay, and basically what the image is showing you, okay, and I must stress this, is that this is what I'm about to explain to you is good to know, okay? You don't need to remember it. It is good to know, however, because it's explain why we have, these rules here, okay? So let's say if we've got um, a square that is with the side x, okay? So x here, x here, x here, and x here. So that's our square, okay? And then if we got another square, a smaller square with the side length y, all right, just right inside the bigger square, then we can see here that this bit here, that's the difference between them, so x minus y, okay? And so if you take the area of the big square, so that's going to be x squared, and you minus the area of the small square, which is y squared, okay? Let me write on here. So the big square would have an area of x squared, and the smaller area would have an area of y squared. Okay, so if you subtract them, you would get this yellow bit here and also the green bit here. Okay, so what is the yellow bit and the green bit? So if you put them side by side, okay, in one straight line. So that would be the same as the area of a rectangle. Okay, so you have this the width being x minus y, and the length would be x plus y. Okay, and they give you the same area. Okay, so that's sort of like the visual representation of these rules here. Okay, like I said, this is just good to know. You don't need to remember this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you um, I'm going to show you how to expand the brackets. So as you can see that it's pretty much like, expanding double brackets because we got two pairs of brackets. Okay, so the first one we got x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 2. Okay, so first pair, x plus 2 goes at the top. Second pair goes down the side here, x minus 2. Then multiply the everything together. We got x times x, which is x squared. Okay, x times plus 2, which is going to give you plus 2x. Negative 2 times x would give you negative 2x. And then negative 2 times positive 2, negative and a positive give you a negative, and 2 times 2 is 4. And then we can see, okay, we got the negative 2x here and the plus 2x, positive 2x. They are like terms, so if you combine them together, well, they kind of cancel out, right? Because you got positive, equal amount of positive and equal amount of negative, right? So they're just going to cancel. So it's just going to be 0. So then that means that we are left with x squared and negative 4, or x squared minus 4. So basically, it kind of shows you how the rules kind of work there. Um, if you take this bit here, the x, and you square it, you get x squared. Okay, so if you remember the rule, this is going to be our a, and the 2 is going to be our b. Okay, and then we have a minus b as well. And here we have a squared minus b squared. Okay, so you take the x here and you square it, and then minus the 2 square. 2 square is 4, so x squared minus 4. Okay, so that's how the rules work. That's how the rules work. However, okay, I'm not asking you to memorize the rule. If you can memorize the rule, that's awesome. If you can't memorize the rule, just do it as an expansion of double brackets. Okay? Okay, so next one we've got 3x minus 2y times by 3x plus 2y. So 3x minus 2y at the top, 3x plus 2y down the side, multiply everything together. All right, remember numbers multiply by number and letters with letters. So 3 times 3, that's 9. X times x, that's x squared. Oh, I just realized I've done the wrong thing on the PowerPoint here. Oops. So with this one here, the 3x multiplied by the negative 2y. So 3 times negative 2, that's going to be negative 6. Okay. And then x times y, that should be xy. I don't know why. Okay, I missed out a y. There we go. And there should be another y here as well. So my apology, guys. Okay, I do make mistakes. So here plus 2y times 3x. Okay, so that's going to be plus 6xy. And then we've got the positive 2y times by the negative 2y here. So positive and a negative give you a negative. 2 times 2 is 4, and y times y is y squared. So you would say that the plus 6xy minus the 6xy, that's going to be just 0. They cancel each other out. Okay, and then that means that you're only left with the 9x squared and the minus 4y squared. Okay, like I said, you can apply the rule from the textbook to go straight from the top here down to here. Okay, the 3x is going to be your A, and the 2y would be your B. And so what you do is you would square them, because the rule says that's equal to a squared minus b squared. So that's going to be 3x squared minus 2y squared. The reason why I'm putting these inside the brackets is because the square apply to the whole thing. Okay, this square here apply to the whole 3x, and this square here apply to the whole 2y. Okay, and when you do, so 3 squared, that's 9, x squared is x squared, 2 squared is 4, y squared is y squared. So you have this one. Okay, so you can use the rule from the textbook to go straight from the top down to the bottom here. However, if you feel like that rule makes no sense to you, and you can't remember the rules, do not worry. Okay, like I said, you can do it as an expansion um, of double brackets. Okay, set up a table like this, multiply them out, and just do what we have been doing. Okay, I'm just going through both methods of doing it. Obviously, using the rules from the book is faster. However, you know, it may make no sense to you, and I'd rather that you understand what's happening instead of just applying the rule blindly. Okay, um, the setting out the table takes a bit longer, but it may make more sense to you. And if that's the case, I'd rather that you do it that way. Makes sense to you. Okay, so let's try a few more here. So we got x plus 4. So x plus 4 goes at the top here, and then x minus 4 go on this side. Multiply them together. So x times x is x squared. And then x times plus 4 is plus 4x. Minus 4 times x is minus 4x. And then minus 4 times plus 4, negative and positive is a negative. 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, so the plus 4x and the minus 4x, they cancel. Okay, you make $4 and then you lose $4. So in the end, you got nothing. So we have left, so answer, what we have left is x squared minus 16. Now, what you can also do, okay, to sort of like as a shortcut, you would notice that because these two, they will cancel each other out. The only thing that we're going to be worried about for this is the top left box and the bottom right box. Okay, so if you want to, you can just do this part here and this part here, and that's going to be your answer. Okay, but that is only if you are familiar, you're confident with this. Okay, all right, so next one we've got 5x minus 3y at the top, and then 5x plus 3y down the side here. So numbers multiply with numbers. 5 times 5 is 25, and letter with letter, so that's going to be x times x, which is x squared. uh, 5 times negative 3, positive and negative is a negative, 5 times 3 is 15, x times y is xy, okay, um, positive 3 and a positive 5, that's going to make a positive answer, 3 times 5 is 15, and xy, and then we've got um, positive 3 and a negative 3, positive and a negative is a negative, 3 times 3 is 9, y times y is y squared, okay, so again, if you notice that, hey, this is going to give you a difference of perfect square, you may notice, you may decide that, okay, I don't need to do these two because I know that they are going to cancel each other out, okay. And the only thing that's really important there, the only thing that would be left would be the 25x squared minus the 9y squared, okay. All right, so with that, here are the questions that I would like you to do. So question 5, ACEGIK. Question 6, ACEGIK. Question 10 here, which is a worded question. And then if you're confident, you can have a go at question 11 as well. Okay? So hopefully by the end, you feel confident and you know that you're working at level 9. All right, guys. If you need any help, you're welcome to stay back and ask questions. Otherwise, you can also email me as well. If you're confident, I'm happy for you guys to go and do the work yourself. All right. Thanks for coming to the WebEx lesson, guys.